today's menu is gonna be some yellowtail snapper. So I got this at the farmer's market and they say they clean it, but I gotta do my own cleaning. Gotta get some vinegar. Put some in here and let me grab some water and I'll be back, show you how to clean up these snappers. Make sure it's thoroughly seasoned. So here we have our cleaned, scaled, and all ready for seasoning yellowtail snapper. All right, that's one. I am back. We're gonna continue our roast yellowtail snapper seasoning and putting together. So we have our 3 yellowtail snappers right here, all cleaned, scaled, seasoned, washed with vinegar. And over here I have Scotch bonnet pepper, garlic, onion, carrot, scallions, of course okra, and some fresh thyme. Initially I thought I didn't have any callaloo, but I found callaloo in the freezer. Now the thing for me, when you get fresh produce like fresh vegetables and stuff, and you want to have them to use even when they're out of season, Ziploc and freeze them. Okay, fresh Ziploc and freeze them. So I found that I had some callaloo, so that's gonna go into the stuffing of my fish. So I'm just gonna pour some out, and I will add more as I go along because these fish, they don't take a lot of stuffing. So here we go. Got my callaloo right here, and I'm gonna mix in my other stuff. Let me grab a spoon. So I am mixing in, got my fresh thyme, got my okras in here, and scallion. Get everything off your board. Got my carrots and my onions and my garlic, and I use 1 whole Scotch bonnet pepper because that's how I like to live, on the spicy side of life. Okay, you season how you want it. Now we're just gonna put everything in this bowl and get everything off there. And we're gonna combine everything. Look at the colors. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? All right, I think that's enough for these 3 fish. Yes. Oh yes, baby. Okay, so we got all of those put together. Now let's season our yellowtail snappers. I'm gonna use some of my own raw sole all-purpose seasoning, and I'm just gonna put some in the cavity of the fish. Just a generous amount in each one. And the thing with my raw sole seasoning is it doesn't have a lot of salt in there. Some of it comes salt free, but I like to taste all the flavors in whatever I'm cooking. So I use less salt, if any salt, because you can always add salt to your dish, but once it's in there, you can't really take it out. So I prefer to add salt sparingly. So this is what we're going to do. So we have our fish all clean, seasoned, and I'm just going to scoop this and put some in here. And I like to fill it all the way up to the head of the fish. And I'll show you how to keep it together so it doesn't fall apart. Okay. All right. See? That's the first one. And I let that stay standing up. I get the other two in here. So let's put this in here. As much of the stuffing that you can get in the fish, the better it is. And I like a lot of the vegetables. And this is just all you need, because you have your fish as your protein and you got your vegetables. So I usually just do this and roast it, and you eat it just like that. If you want to add starch to it, whether rice, fried dumpling, yam, festival, bami, hey, the options are endless, okay? Come on, you're going in here too. Yes. I think you can hold a little bit more in the head. Oh, this is so beautiful. Okay. All right. So we got that. And I still have a little bit of this left over. That I'm gonna steam and just eat with some bread or a yam or something. So I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll show you how to keep these together. And then I'll put some more of the raw soul seasoning on top. And that's the raw soul all-purpose. There we go. Just a little bit more in here. There. All right. And now, for the closure, let me get some stuff out the way so I can bring you guys in to see, okay? I use toothpicks. And what you do is you take your fish, and it's almost like you're sewing. Oops, I'm losing some of my stuffing here. Go back in. So the ends, do like you're sewing it. So just go in like so, and back through this side, and in again. See? So that's the first closure, and then I'm gonna do the other part. So everything is locked in. Get more of my toothpicks here. So remember, you hold a thin part and you just fish the toothpick through it. There. There we go. The head is optional since most of the stuffing is in the belly. So when you do it, that's how it looks. Okay, let me do these others here. So that's one. So you on top. There we go. Yes, I am gonna. Yes, so at this point, you do not add your fish because this is just dry heat and the coals aren't ignited yet. So we're gonna let this do its thing, and once the coals get red and all the flames die down and we have the nice heat we're looking for, we go put on our fish to roast. At this point, when the coal's looking like this, that's when we gonna put our fish down. So we got one, and not directly over the coals either. That's gonna be way too hot. And we got two. And we got three. So we're just gonna move this away from the heat a little bit.